good morning out there in Radio Land. This is K4VWD, Kilowatt 4 Victor Whiskey Delta, CQ, the old friend's net. K4VWD is calling CQ the old friend's net. Our net meets here on 3715 3 times a week, at 9 o'clock on Thursday mornings, at 9 o'clock on Tuesday mornings, and 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoons. Everybody that can generate an AM signal is welcome. We're AM only. And it doesn't matter what kind of rig you got, you just got to do AM. So, good morning out there, everybody. It's 37 degrees here at my house in Greenville, and I'm looking forward to the lunch today at the Golden Corral in Spartanburg, and everybody's welcome. So CQ, the old friend's net. This is K4VWD, and I'll stand by for calls.
N4LQ.
K4GDN. WB4ARK.
W4MEC.
W4VRO.
K4JAL. Okay, I got 6 check-ins so far. LQ, GDN, ARK, MEC, VRO, and JAL. Who else do we have? Well, I hope some are on the way to the lunch. So here's the sequence. LQ to GDN to ARK to MEC to VRO to JAL and back to me. So I hope a lot of them are coming to lunch today. So Steve, go ahead and start us off. This is K4VWD.
K4BWD, N4LQ. Well, good morning, and it's sunny here in Shelby. Sunny and, let's see, 32 degrees, and looking forward to some rain on Sunday. Talking about over an inch of rain scheduled. I'm running the DX60 and the amplifier, of course, and just ready for some good entertainment this morning. Heading out for the luncheon at about 10:15 or so, along with Gary, Brian, and John, KZ4B. So, George, how's things over at the beach? K4GDN, N4LQ.
N4L2 in the groups, K4GDN. Well, the beach is cold. It was 31 this morning at 7 o'clock when I got up, but it's sunny and clear. It's supposed to warm up to into 50s today, and we're supposed to get some rain on Sunday also. I'm running the B&W 5100B this morning, putting out about 100 watts, listening on the NC300, and it'll be interesting to hear what this thing sounds like. And right now, it's not in the case. It's sitting on the hydraulic lift table, which is where it's been all the while. This thing turned out to be a little more bulky and hard to handle than I thought it was going to be. It's all steel construction. Kind of an interesting transmitter. Sorry I won't be able to make the lunch today, but I'm kind of tentative planning on coming up to the January meeting. And I've got a couple items I'd be interested in selling. I've got 2 Hamlin receivers. I've got a HQ100 that was restored by Joe Galt several years ago, and I'd say it's around a 95%er. He got it at a estate sale and really did a good job cleaning it up and getting it running. I've also got an HQ110A. This is the one that goes through 6 meters. I would also like to sell. I would prefer to sell, but trades might be a possibility, as long as the trades aren't too heavy. Anyway, would appreciate comments on how this thing sounds this morning. And Buddy, coming to you, WB4ARK in the group, K4GDN.
K4GDN, WB4ARK. Okay, George. Signal's got a little bit of fading with it, but otherwise copyable. And I think everybody else's signal is pretty strong this morning. The temperature here was 29 at about 7:30, and it's warmed up to 36 now. So we got a clear day as it was yesterday, and yeah, pretty chilly here. So I think that's about it for right now. So we'll send it over to W4MEC, WB4ARK.
Okay, buddy. W4ARK in the group, W4MEC. Good morning. Everybody's got a great signal up here. George sounding good. At the present time, we'll see what happens as the sun goes up. Yeah, I'm hoping that means everybody's en route. I know Brian and Gary and pretty sure Dave are, unless Dave ran into a propane emergency. It looks like I'll be bringing Carl this morning. I've been in contact with him. I need to call him on the phone. He needs to be out of there at 1:30 though to go to a doctor's appointment, so I might have to make an adjustment there. And he might just have to drive his own self. We'll see. But anyway, looking forward to the trip down there and hope it is uneventful. Got to check the traffic and see what nightmare awaits me on I-26. So let's see. Down to Ray, W4VRO and the group W4MEC.
W4MEC and the group W4VRO.
Very good, Charlie. Sounds like you have a cold this morning.
So good morning, Lee and Steve and George,
Buddy and Jimmy. It was 27 degrees this morning at daylight. I don't know what it is now, but it's sunny and calm and dry. We have had a little bit of rain, but we need more. Steve, you're the strongest signal so far. DX60 sounds good. Lee, you're very strong also. George copied you pretty well today. I missed just a few words of that, but otherwise, good copy this morning. Delighted to hear you. Have trouble getting you through the noise sometimes. And Jimmy, your signal's strong too, I think. Let's see how it's doing now. And good to hear you. K4JAL in the group, W4VRO.
W4VRO, K4JAL. Well, I hope you're reading me, Ray. You're coming in excellent up here. I've got some kind of thing that looks like a carrier running up down the band, making it very difficult for me, but I did want to check in. We usually have light traffic on Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and get on out since I'm having a hard time hearing everybody, so I think I give it back to the head man. K4VWD, K4JAL, saying 7-3, but listening.
Okay, Jimmy, K4JAL in the group, K4VWD. Well, 7-3, hope you have a great day. George, your signal's fine here. You're running at peak of S9 here this morning with some fading, as has been said, but the rig sounds fine. And let me take a quick standby. Do we have anybody else who wants to join us? Please call me now. Don't hear anybody. Okay.
Well, let's see. George, I'm surprised at your signal. It sounds good the first time around. Sometimes the second time you're down some. So we don't have many in here this morning, but that's a good thing. I got some things to do before I leave here to go to the lunch. So anyway, we'll start it around again. Go ahead, Steve. N4LQ in the group, K4VWD.
Okay, Lee, K4VWD, N4LQ. Well, copying everybody just fine here. And Jimmy was starting to fade. I even noticed a little QSB on you, Lee, so its band is changing, I guess. George was really loud and sounded great. The 5100 has got clean audio, and I didn't see any unwanted artifacts out to the side, and it's just great communications audio. And I did record it, live streaming it, so you can go back and listen to yourself and make your own judgment. But I think it's probably one of the better sounding rigs that you've come up with yet. That's pretty much it for here. Go ahead, George, K4GD and N4LQ.
N4LQ in the groups, K4GDN, and thanks for the report. Supposedly the BMW has a reputation for putting out pretty good audio, and they said the earlier version, before the B, the 5100, was even better. They made some changes in the audio section of the B version to accommodate sideband, and it wouldn't be that much trouble to change it, but I don't think I will. And actually, I'm running about 100 watts, right at 100 watts, and only putting about, according to the meter, about 210 mils in on the plate on the pair of 6146s, which is really not running them all that hard, to tell you the truth. The transmitter has got some unique functions, and if I make it to the January meeting, I may bring some information on that, maybe give a little talk on it. It's definitely different than the Johnsons that I'm used to. It takes a completely different approach to coming up with the transmitter, with the design of the circuits and the way they build the thing. And it is heavy. As I said, right now it's not in the case, it's sitting on the hydraulic lift table, and I guess it may be there for a little while. It's easier to roll it around. So, and everybody's coming in here pretty well. A little bit of fade on Jimmy, and a little bit on Ray, but otherwise things are pretty good. And Steve, you and Buddy are running pretty much neck and neck this morning here on the NC300. So with that, Buddy, I'll turn it over to you. WB4ARK in the group, K4GDN.
K4GDN, WB4ARK. Yeah, I'm surprised that I'm getting fading on your signal. Your signal is pretty solid, and today a good bit of fading on your signal, so don't know what that's about. Well, we don't want to forget about today, December 7th, a date that will live in infamy, as it was said. We don't want to forget what that's about, so keep this top on your list for today. Yeah, the weather here, we need some more rain, and hopefully we will get some Sunday, but hopefully we don't get as much as they're saying we're going to get, because it's supposed to be a pretty heavy downpour here, so we'll see what happens. The equipment is holding up pretty good. The ART-13 is hanging in there, and still putting out a little bit over 100 watts. We'll be anxious to see what Charlie's unit can produce whenever he gets it fired up. Well, I won't hold it. I know everybody that's coming to the luncheon wants to get on the road, so we'll send it on to Charlie. W4MEC, WB4ARK.
Okay, buddy, W4ARK in the group W4MEC. All right. Oh, yeah, Ray, I'm trying to get over this cold my grandson gave me on Thanksgiving Day. And it peaked last week, but his kind of chest part of it's kind of just hanging on. So I'm doing a lot better today than I was yesterday, and, you know, on and on. So we'll get there eventually. Let's see. Yeah, I was actually looking for my stash of 813s yesterday. I've got a box of I think 1625s, 807s, and 813s, and labeled power tubes, you know, vintage power tubes or something, and it's not where it should be, so I'm having to look in another spot. So I know I've got some 813s, and that probably a brand new one or two also, so we're still digging that out. Anyway. Let's see, there's not a whole lot else going on here. I need to give Carl a call in a little bit and see what we're going to do. And I have a cell phone that's, you know, it's just a flip phone. That's about all I need. And, but the thing is, I don't turn my cell phone on unless I'm not here. And so it can be off for quite a while, and I never turn it on. Well, I turned it on yesterday when I headed out, and there was a message there from Dave. The thing is, I don't know how old it was. It says, please give me a call. So I'm going to have to talk to him at the meeting and see what that was about. But, yeah, folks, leave me a message, and I'm just one of those hardheads that if I'm not outside, you know, if I'm not out from the house driving around or something, I don't carry a cell phone, so that's why I got a landline. So I'm sure that drives folks crazy, but that's the way I like it. So, yeah, so let's see. Back to Ray, W4VRO in the group W4MEC.
W4MEC and the net W4VRO. Very good, Charlie. Glad you're getting better. A lot of respiratory stuff going around here, and I guess it's a lot of different things. They're calling it different things anyway. I'm having, oh, there we go. Jimmy, 73 to you. Sorry you're having a little trouble copying there because of the noise, but good to hear you this morning. And Charlie, you and Steve about the same signal strength now, and Lee close by. Everybody has a real good signal, buddy. Everybody does. George, I had a little more trouble copying all the time. You know, I've heard several comment about your signal, George, starting out strong and seems to fade. And I notice a lot of times when you check into the net, I copy you solid, and then when you make a transmission, it kind of goes downhill. And it may be just a change in conditions as the net proceeds. I'm not sure. But when I was copying you on the first transmission, the BMW sounds very good. Interesting transmitter. And Lee, I'm going to say 73s this round. I know a lot of you are trying to get ready to go to the luncheon, and wish you all a great time of fellowship there, and I know you'll all enjoy it. So, Lee, thanks for calling the net, and I'll be listening for a few minutes, but be careful on the road, everybody. And Steve, sounds like you're taking a crowd, and you may need a bus to take the load down to the luncheon. So all of you have a good day, and listen for you next time. Jimmy signed, K4VWD in the group, W4VRO.
Okay, Ray. Thank you. W4VRO, K4VWD. Well, 7-3, God bless. Man, you got a good signal here in Greenville today. That's for sure.
And let's see, buddy, you mentioned the December the 7th, and I was going to ask a question about that. And some of you may have an answer. I heard somebody say on the TV several years ago that Germany and Italy both officially apologized for World War II, but the Japanese never had. And I was wondering if that's true. Maybe some of y'all might know. And so Ray is signed, Jimmy's signed, so Charlie, I hope you make it today, and I look forward to seeing you and getting that radio to play with. And, excuse me, we'll go around one more time. So, N4LQ in the group, K4VWD.
K4VWD. It's N4LQ. Well, I don't know about Japan. I'd have to look that up and see if they ever apologized. But if they didn't, then I'm going to start buying Chinese products instead. Matter of fact, that's all there is. Anyhow, trying to think of something pertinent here, but we had a good time last night on 160. Had a pretty good crowd show up, and the net is run sort of like this one, and a kind of a round table. Everybody gets a chance to talk and gather information that way, and we had some pretty good conversations about antennas, and Mike K4IC showed up with an Elvis microphone, and he sounded pretty good on that thing. One of the best sounding mics he had. I think it's a Shure 55 SM, and enjoyed hearing that. So tonight at 8 o'clock on 1864, if you get a chance to fire up the sideband rig, I'd be glad to have you. So George, you're still banging in the Shelby here. K4GDN, N4LQ.
N4LQ in the groups, K4GDN. And thanks for reports all the way around. And on 160, when I get the Collins 3001 going, and I get me another crystal for the Drakes, I'll have it on 160. Although, no, the Collins won't get down there. How about that? Anyway, I'll probably have to use the Kidwood. And as far as the Japanese attack, I don't know. When I was in Japan in the late 60s and early 70s when I was in the Navy, they were very hospitable. I have no complaints about the Japanese reception, at least at that time. I understand though later on it changed. And when I was working for BMW in Germany, they were very cordial people also. As a matter of fact, they were so cordial it was hard to get back to the hotel at night. Always at somebody's house. On the other hand, though, when I was working for Michelin, I found the French to be very, very standoffish. Never went out to eat at anybody's house several times when I was over there. So that's just for what it's worth. Yeah. And again, thanks for all the reports on the BMW. Like I say, it was supposedly noted for the good audio. It uses a pair of 6146s in the modulator. And like I say, if I get up to the January meeting, maybe I'll bring some pictures and some stuff to talk about. It is definitely a different transmitter. And Lee, thanks for calling the net today. Appreciate it. You're coming in great here, as you always do, with the mystery amplifier there, or whatever you got running in the background. So, buddy, coming to you. 73 guys, y'all have a good day, and hopefully I'll be able to be in here on Sunday. So, WB4ARK in the group, K4GDN.
K4GDN, WB4ARK. Okay, George, still signal is actually much better that go around. Almost no fading at all. And, yeah, it's, Lee, what I have heard and what I have seen on specials recently on TV, the Japanese have not officially made any comment toward a statement regarding World War II as far as an apology is concerned. And I guess that is in keeping with the original emperor. They just didn't apologize for it. So anyway, I know we've had a loss of concern about World War II in the recent years, and I think there's has been a drop-off in people's understanding, and I guess as the new kids come along, there's a lot less known about the war, and so there's not as much said about it as there used to be. So we'll say 73 at this point and let you guys get on the road. Everybody have a safe trip. And Charlie, that's the way I do my cell phone. I have a flip phone, and that's all I need. We have one phone that Linda carries, and it's a more of an up-to-date type phone. It's all the bells and whistles, and so that's all we need. So with that, and I don't turn mine on unless I'm out, unless I'm going somewhere. It goes off whenever I walk in the door. So with that, we'll say 73 and turn it over to Charlie. W4MEC, WB4ARK.
Okay, buddy, WB4ARK and group W4MEC. Well, there's nothing on Yahoo News about remembering, and a lot of times if you open the Google page, there's a thing there remembering some event, usually some stupid thing, and there's nothing there but Christmas ornaments. So I think it's going the way of Korea and Vietnam and everything now. Start dates, end dates, all that are becoming ancient history. And recent events about anti-Semitism, it's kind of amazing that people are allowing the same kind of rhetoric going on that was going on in 1930s Germany. So it's kind of scary, and people with no knowledge. And what did the philosopher or somebody, and maybe it was Mark Twain, I don't know, said something like, where those who forget their history are doomed to repeat it. So it sounds like that's what we're doing. And I never heard about the one about Japan surrendering at all. I did remember the story about Japan, and Italy and Germany apologizing. Japan didn't. So that's from several years ago. And the crew, I think it was a navigator of the Enola Gay, and I think somebody from, who can remember the second plane that dropped on Nagasaki. They actually went to Japan and made a public apology for dropping the atomic bomb. So we've pretty much been over backwards and haven't got anything in return from them. So let's see. We'll see some of you at the lunch, hopefully, and I'll be bringing I'm not bringing a S41, Lee. I'm bringing an S38C. Actually, it's the basic radio, same basic radio, but I found my S41 and I looked at it and I had already fixed it. Excuse me, but I've got a S38C that is in excellent shape that does need you to go through it. So, and I just printed off the manual, but I know you like to buy manuals, but you know, this will get you started anyway. So we'll be bringing that along. And so we'll see y'all later. Thanks for running the net today, Lee. 7-3 now, and we'll talk to several of you on Sunday. Oh, I forgot to comment. George, you're not real strong here, but your signal sounds excellent coming out of the 5100. Congratulations on that. I think Ray left, but let me see. W4VRO in the group, W4MEC.
Okay, Charlie, well, Ray signed. This is K4VWD, and thank you, Charlie. I look forward to seeing you at lunch today. We'll take a quick standby here and give everybody a chance for one last comment before we shut her down. So does anybody have any final comments? This is K4VWD. Well, I don't hear any. So I'll say 7-3, God bless. We'll shut her down, and I look forward to talking to you at the luncheon today and or Sunday afternoon. So 7-3, God bless. Take care. K4VWD is now closing the Old Friends Net. So long.